If you want to get serious with n8n, you cannot skip this part. Most people stay stuck using only the built-in nodes, and the moment there is no direct integration, their automation dies right there. But here is the truth. Once you understand APIs and HTTP requests, n8n stops being just a tool and turns into a remote control for almost any app on the internet. In this video, I'm breaking down how exactly APIs work, and I'll walk you through how to use them inside n8n step by step. Once you get this, you can talk to almost any API and build complex workflows in n8n. Let's jump in. Okay, before going to n8n, let me explain what is an API and what is an HTTP request in a simple way. API is nothing but, in technical terms, it is called as application programming interface. But let's say you are sitting at a restaurant and you want to eat something. You can't directly go into the kitchen and make your own food, right? Instead, you'll just call the waiter, you will tell whatever you want, and he will take the order and go to the kitchen and tells the chef to make whatever you placed. And after the food is ready, he will bring it back to you. That's how the process goes at the restaurant. That's exactly what API does. Here, you are the app, waiter is the API, the kitchen is the server, and the food is the data. So basically, the API is the middleman that helps two apps talk to each other. Now comes the HTTP request. So it is basically how we talk to these APIs. Let's say you want to send a letter to your friend. So for sending a letter, you need three things. One is the address of where it's going. Second, you need the bodies, like what you want to write in the letter. And third, sometimes you need some authentication to prove who you are. So basically, you have to provide your ID to send the letter. HTTP requests work the same way. You need to specify what you want to do. That's the method. So in HTTP request, we have four key methods: get, post, put, delete. We'll talk about them in a bit. And sometimes you need authentication. That's like showing your ID that you're allowed to access that API. That's the HTTP request. So here are the HTTP methods where you can perform actions using these methods while talking to an API. So each method does different options. Here, the first method is get. So basically, as the name suggests, you want to get or retrieve some data from that source. So in the restaurant analogy, you are like basically asking for the menu. And second method is post. So you have decided what to eat and you are placing an order. That's the post. You are posting something or you are sending new data. Third method is put. So before you decided to eat paneer butter masala and now you want to eat some non-veg. So you want to eat chicken curry. So basically you are updating your order. That's the put method, updating the existing data. And finally we have delete method. So you have gone crazy and you didn't like the restaurant because your order was getting late. So you want to cancel everything and leave the restaurant. That's the delete method, removing the data or canceling the order in this case. So now that you know what is an API and what is an HTTP request, let's go to n8n and see them in real action. So now we are inside n8n. Now we are seeing the blank canvas. After opening n8n, if you click on create workflow, then you will see the blank canvas. Let's add HTTP request node. So the HTTP request node looks something like this. We have the method, URL, authentication, and query parameters, sending headers and everything. I'll show you what that mean in a bit. So let's do the get method first. So for this, we don't have to worry about anything. Just we don't need any authentication. I'll show you some simple scraping thing. So this is the lovable site. So let's scrape this website. If you click on execute or just paste the URL here and click on execute, it will get all the data from this page and gives us in this large text format. We're not going to go through that, but let's see whether it scraped all the data or not. So let's search for build something. It should be somewhere here. So as you can see, this is the build something lovable text from the home page. So that's how the get request works. And here we don't need any authentication to get the data. Now let's do one more HTTP request. And now let's post the request to an API. Let's consider this Key API platform, which is a marketplace for all the image generation, video generation APIs. So let's use Nano Banana image generation and generate an image. So if you click on this API market, you will see the Nano Banana on the home page itself. If you click on run, learn more, So here you will see all the documentation of Nano Banana Pro, how to use and everything. So this is the API. As you can see, we have two tasks, post and get. You already know post is nothing but send, like you are posting some request, you're sending a request to that particular API and you have to wait until you get the result. So here, this is the URL for creating a task in Key API. So let's copy this and paste this as URL. So for the authentication, we have to turn on this send headers and we have to fill the name and value fields. So name is nothing but, here you will see in the documentation, the authentication, you have to enter authorization and bearer your API key. I'll also show you how you will get your API key. So just click on your logo, go to your market and click on API keys. So click on create new API, give it a name, let's say YT draft create. Now it shows the API key, copy that and paste it here. You have to write bearer space and paste your API key. For the name, authorization. And also you have to send the body. So you have to send prompt and image resolution, everything to Key API so that we'll get the image. For that, you can see the documentation, the format, the request body structure format. So you have to give the model name, callback URL is optional, you don't have to give that. But the input, you have to give the prompt. As you can see, you have to give the prompt, aspect ratio, resolution, output format, everything. So to make it simple, you can just copy this curl command and you can just import this. You can click on this import curl and paste this command, and if you click on import, it automatically populates all the values. So you don't have to do anything here. It automatically fills up all the fields. But if you want to edit something to your requirement, you can edit you can edit the prompt, you can edit this prompt, and you can edit the aspect ratio and everything. Okay, but here, as you can see, we need to put our API key. So once everything is done, I am not going to change any prompt or anything. I'm just showing you how this post request works. Okay, so the method is post, and let's click on execute. So as you can see, the code 200 success. So the request was successfully placed, and now if you go to Key API, you can go to logs and check your request. So this is the request we have placed, and as you can see, it is running. So it's done. You can directly click on this result and you can see the output. But now let's get it from n8n. Okay, again, we have to open the HTTP request node, and the get request will be the same. But again, you have to go to the API document key.ai documentation. You have to go to get, and as I told you, you can just click on, copy the curl command and paste it over here. You'll be good. You don't have to do anything. So now you have to populate this task ID. So this task ID, and you have to update your API key again. If you click on execute step, it should get the image. So here you can see the result. You can copy this URL, and if you paste it here, it automatically downloaded the image. So this is the image we saw in the key.api website. So that's how an HTTP node works in n8n. Hope you got some idea on this. Now it's up to you. You can connect whatever app you want. If an app gives you API access and supports it, you can connect to it. This is the power of HTTP request node. You don't have to wait until they officially integrate it with n8n. You can easily connect with this node. So that's why I said this is one of the most powerful nodes in n8n. One more thing, while you're connecting to an API, make sure you spend some time on API documentation. Everything will be in there and most platforms will give you detailed step-by-step documentation. And if you are still not sure about that, just copy everything from that documentation and give it to an LLM and you can ask it to guide through it. So if you like this video and learned something from it, hit that like button and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel because I'm going to post more and more builds and my experiences with AI automation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.